did. Then I came back. Then they said, "Well, I got to go to New York." I was almost going to go to New York to school. It was between New York and Chicago, and I had my GI Bill coming, you know, and so I went and looked in New York, and there was a school in Boston, or in Brooklyn, I think it was. No big names at that time, but Don Lemon was going to teach there, and I thought, well, that would be because he was one of my heroes when I was, and then we became friends too later. But I chose Chicago. Not sure why, but it was a good decision, no, because it was the Roy Knapp School of Percussion, and they had a pretty good little setup going there, you know. Hal Blaine was there, and of course we were all kids, but we worked there. See, those days we'd go to school, yeah, and then you could work every night, yeah, 8 hours a day. Played 8 hours every day on the job, 8 to 4 in the morning, and get up and go to school and do the school's thing, which wouldn't start till they had there was two shifts in the strip joints. These were all strip joints, you know, and I think the girls lived in the basement. They were on South State Street, the Kitten Lounge. Ooh, I spent some time there, I'll tell you. But it was good because we didn't have to, you know, if you didn't want to work at it was a sub, you could always send a sub, and they didn't care. As long as there was 3 guys there, and you could play 8 hours, and no breaks. Just on a ballad, you could go take a leak, but then that's about it. And lots of things happened in that place, I'll tell you. You know, because they were all run by these guys, you know. They were all there, and so you minded your business. You didn't care about, you didn't bother anybody, because if a patron got out of hand, he would all of a sudden disappear out the back door in the alley. They would kind of bang over the head and grab him and throw him out in the alley. That's it. Be good. Do what they say. So I spent a year or so there, you know, playing every night, and some real. Ira Sullivan was just starting out. Ira, and he had a kid drummer that was just killer. He got himself drugged up too much, and he lost him. But he used to sub for Buddy Rich. Didn't play anything like Buddy Rich. He was really into the new stuff, and I can't think of his name now, because I wanted to go see Ira. He was just here, and Jimmy Rupp was playing drums. He was a former student of mine. He was playing with Ira. I haven't seen him for years, so but I was whipped and I couldn't get there. But anyway, that was a good experience up there to learn to play, and I was taking vibes from Margie Himes. She just got away from George Shearing Quintet. She got married and to a banker or something up there in Chicago. So she was teaching there too. And so it was nice. It was in the Fisher Building, right half a block from Frank's drum shop. So I was in Frank's drum shop a lot, up on the 2nd floor, you know. And that's where I got my cymbal from, years ago. You know, Frank became Frank's drum shop. Frank's a trombone player. He's playing in the pit in the Chicago theater. They all had house bands. See, in Chicago, the laws was like you worked 8 hours a night. Let's see, what was that? How'd that work? I want to see. You get 2 days off. You can only work. That's it. You could only work the 5 nights, and you had to take 2 nights off. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So in the theaters, they would work 5 weeks and 2 weeks off, which was a pretty nice thing, you know. The guys were living it up pretty good. Art Van Dam was there, and Max Marish, and I get to go up and see, I was studying from Bob Tillis. Bob wrote some books too. Right. Me and Hal Blaine were both taken from him, and what was I going to get there? Oh, how he became Frank's. He said every time they come in, the drummers would need something. Drum heads, and they couldn't find any place. He said, "Well, you know, I'll just do that." So he opened up that Frank's drum shop, and he was not even a drummer, you know. But it became the place, you know, that everybody went to. It was just a hole in the wall, really. That wasn't. But he had hired this guy. I think he went to New York after Frank died. He's working in one of those shops. Goodwood. I don't know what the name of the schools are. The guy who invented the big drum company now that's famous. He had a school. Gene Krupa and Cozy were going to teach there. I think they started that. They started that there, yeah.
Frankie Polito's?
Who? Yeah, who?
Frankie Polito?
Right, Frank. Yeah. I got to know Frank a little bit because he was playing with that real high society band. You know, the one that 15 guys and nobody had any music in the stands. It was all blank. Yeah, but they faked it. They knew all these songs, parts, all the inside parts. And then Frank was the first call drummer for that band. And they came on the TV show. I was working with Mike Douglas, and so I got to know Frank. And he passed away, Tyler, way too soon. Yeah, and then the guy took over the place now. I don't know, what do they call it now?
I don't think it's there anymore.
No kidding? Yeah. Well, anyway.